Right. So, what is your idea of how Shyvana will start?
Well, I think by now she can maybe try to ward bot side and then uh, start red into golems and into Raptor because I think she has a good AoE with her EWQ. I don't know what she level up, but I think she will start the red side.
I see. Um, that's a good theory as to where she might be starting. And I think a lot of the times when you think about where the jungler might start, it all depends whether they receive a leash or if they don't, right? Some
Oh yeah.
champions, for example, Lee Sin, even though he is kind of like the same theme as Elise, Elise can't really solo the camps. She needs the first leash at least, or else she will fall uh, she will lose tempo. But Lee Sin, he can do either red, blue buff, or Gromp by himself without needing a leash. At least on the other hand, she would need to have a little bit of help to take these camps because her level one is much weaker than Lee Sin's level one. So in the case of Shyvana, does she need a leash or not?
I think yeah,
She needs a
yeah,
leash.
totally. Yeah.
hmm So if that's the case, if she does need a leash, what you have to be paying attention to is the laner's position, right? If
Hmm.
if she is going to start red side, then Camille is going to show up to lane later, right? Or if she is starting blue side, Shaco and Zaya will show up to the lane later as well. So if you pay attention to the laners, you might get a better sense as to where Shyvana is starting, okay?
Hmm.
Hmm. That's how the standard way of jungle tracking is. You first identify whether the jungler needs to receive a leash or not. But for example, in competitive play, sometimes junglers that need the leash, they don't do it because they will rebuild their position, right? Because I remember um, I saw Rek'Sai in LEC and then he wasn't receiving any leashes, even though I think it's kind of difficult for him at level 1 at
Hmm.
least. But it's better to conceal your position as a jungler than to reveal it, right?
And also the you can fake pull actually.
Mm-hmm. Right. Uh, that's another thing, right? The bot lane, if they arrive later, it could be like, as you said, a fake. Maybe they just decided, maybe Shyvana decided to start red, and then the bot lane said, okay, we're gonna fake the leash so that they think that you're starting blue side, right? That's
Hmm.
totally possible. Um,
But for example, in solo queue, I prefer to have a good state in my lane than help my jungler in that situation, I think,
mhm,
mostly.
mhm. I think so too, yeah. And I think a lot of other people as well think the same way. But that's why
Yeah.
they sometimes get surprised by the junglers. They're like, well, "What the hell? Why are you here at level 3? I thought you would be here at level 4." It's like, and then the game snowballs out of control. Um, but I think it's a good thing to know at least in case it
Hmm.
happens, right? So now you're just leashing for Rek'Sai now, and Shen immediately Shen pings red side. And why is that the case?
Because Camille didn't show up still. Actually, Saya has showed really fast.
Exactly. Um, wait a minute. Do you think this is really fast for Zaya to show up?
Well, actually, because of Shaco boxes,
hmm
maybe they have cleared faster. But since I don't really think Camille will.
Give up lane prior
take
to
both.
Shen?
Yeah. But
Possibly.
yeah, we
Hmm.
and for example, if it is a Shaco support, I think he will try to try bush boxes. I mean, his level 1 is indeed powerful. Well, not powerful, but annoying. We will say no,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
of the bot. So maybe there, yeah.
Yeah. So exactly as you said, since you know that he placed a box here, and Shaco was here way before you guys arrived, Shyvana is in the red side. Um,
Hmm.
and this is because Shyvana is one of those champions that at level 1, she does need the leash. Unless she is maybe starting Raptors and she takes W so that,
Oh yeah.
she takes AoE damage. But I think most of the time, junglers will prefer to start buffs rather than, other monster camps. Maybe Kayn is another exception or a Mumu. They like to start Raptors sometimes, right?
Hmm.
Mm. But in the case for Shyvana, I do think she needs to start buffs rather than the Raptors because her W actually doesn't clear that well at level 1. Yeah. But anyways, now you have an idea of where she is starting, right? So she might be starting red, and um, so how do you want to play out the laning phase, knowing that she's starting red, right? No, you know that Shyvana is going to probably do like a full clear because she's one of those champions that can do that. Um, so she's gonna do almost all of the camps here and then look to have the scuttle crab. And then she is going to probably gank either mid or bot lane at level 4. So that will be around the 3 minute and 40-second mark, I think. And if that's the case, if you are if you are in this lane state, let's say both of you are level 3, so level 3, and then Zaya's also level 3. And then you guys keep on trading like this, and both of you are like this much health. If Shyvana comes from behind, you're gonna have to burn flash, you're gonna have to burn flash, right?
Mhm.
hmm So if that is the case, there are a couple of ways to prevent that. You are Jin, right? So you have your E, your captive audience. These are the traps that you can place around this area. So even though she comes from behind, she will get revealed by your traps. And also because you will have wards by then, you can also just ward around this area. Shyvana, unfortunately, before level 6 is a shit ganker. Um, that's why if you just place the traps around here, you will be safe from her ganks, right?
Yeah, but by then, I think we have a really good time to stomp the lane because I think we can actually stomp the lane hard.
I agree. Right. So you have like approximately around 2 minutes before you might get ganked by Shyvana, and in those two
Mm.
minutes, then you can start being a lot more. You can start being aggressive here, right? Because you have Swain,
Yeah.
and then yeah, this is just disgusting from Swain, and Zaya's dead here. If you just flash auto, oh, nice flash actually. Okay, so that's really clean from the both of you. Oh, oh my goodness.
To maximize the force shot,
Mm-hmm.
I had to wait. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So this is really good call from the both of you. Let's say it was a different jungler then. Let's say it was Elise, and she just finished doing these 3 camps. Would you have gone for this play?
Uh, do you think she had time to do that? Uh,
I think
like
she
for
would. Yeah.
example, Rek'Sai, yeah, Rek'Sai just finished Red Cracks and Raptors, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe 10 seconds later she can appear, yeah.
Yeah.
But for example, yeah, like for example, if we need to crash this wave,
Mm-hmm.
we maybe are in a hard position, maybe. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I know your point, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if it is a jungler that can come at level 3 much quicker, um, then I guess it might have changed your decision making in terms of whether you wanted to kill these two. But as you said, right now you guys are hard stomping the lane. So it didn't really matter whether the jungler would have come here or not. But let's say you weren't. Let's say the Xayah and the Shaco were a little bit better and you guys didn't catch them with Swain Z. If that was the case and you guys played this aggro and Elise came from behind, it might have changed the result of the game, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, we're talking about Shyvana here, so you guys are doing a spectacular job considering. Okay.
Oh shit.
Alright, so here's the first thing. You notice that Shyvana actually ganked mid lane after doing her red side jungle. So she only has red buff, right? So the next place she's going to go to is most likely blue buff around here. She's going to be clearing all of these camps, and this doesn't matter for you because you're recalling now. So you are in no danger of any possible ganks from Shyvana, and even if you were, you would have your traps by then, because the wave is pushing towards you now, right? So by the time by the time it's around here, the wave, Shyvana can't really gank from this angle. It's impossible, especially with Shaco Xayah.
That's a good setup gank for her. And also our jungler is topside, so we can now chill a bit, yeah.
Yeah, so there's no reason for you guys to play aggressive now, right? You could, but it would be kind of risky at the same time. Especially since Camille also has TP and your Shen doesn't at the moment. Let's see how this lane goes out.
Oh, okay, I remember this, yeah. Oh.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So let's go back a few seconds here, right? So, as you saw, Shyvana ganked mid lane with red buff, and then she passed towards this side of the map, right? We don't know whether she passed towards Rek'Sai's jungle or whether she passed towards her own jungle, right? But as I said earlier, there's no reason for you to play this far up in lane at the moment. You can just let the wave push, and what you can do to prevent Shyvana from killing you is you just place some traps. You can place one here, you can place one here, you can place one here as well, because you're level 3 now. But because as I said, there's no reason to play aggressively now, right? It would put you in such a dangerous position. Yeah. So Xayah immediately notices that you're playing too aggressive, and so she roots you, and then Shyvana from behind. She probably came from Asen's jungle, yeah. So that's
because we didn't see with the ward.
Right. So what does this mean, right? She has her blue buff at the moment, and she has 24 camps. So what most likely happened is after she got the kill in the mid lane, she passed towards blue buff, and then she decided to go into into Rek'Sai's jungle to possibly get the golems, but then she saw that you guys were kind of overextending, so she decided to gank you instead, right? Yeah. So this is really important, right? Because this is Shyvana. Imagine if it was a different jungler. There are so many better junglers that can gank at level 4, and if you played this aggro in the lane, it will definitely put you in a bad spot. If Xayah pushes this out, and you will lose all of these minions, right?
Yeah. It's sad, to be honest. But it was clearly my fail, so...
Right, and I think if your support doesn't tell you where they might be, then At least you want to do it in solo queue, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, right, but you might think, ah, okay, the first initial clear is done. I don't have to do jungle tracking anymore, right? Probably you might want to do it until the first two dragons at least, or until you break the enemy turret. Because the laning phase will continue until then, and there is no guarantee that you will not die to Shyvana again, right? Um, so we have to continue doing jungle tracking even after you get ganked like this. Um, in this
Yeah,
case,
because after 15, I just get midways and chill. You know.
that's right. So she probably recalled at this point. There's nothing for her to take on the map anymore, and you can kind of deduce that she would go to her red side jungle now, since she cleared her blue side jungle, right?
Yeah, that just spawned actually.
Mm-hmm. And Shaco is revealed here, so okay.
Hmm.
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 Hmm. I don't like these trap positionings, by the way. Um,
Yeah.
a big reason is if Shaco puts a control ward here, all of these are just done, right? I think you want to put them around here, all the choke points. So one here, maybe one here or here. Sometimes even here. So when the jungler comes, they usually like click at the shortest route to gank you, right? And if that's
Yeah,
the
the
case,
fastest.
yeah, they kind of hog the wall to do that. That's why putting one here is also good, or even like here, so that you don't get spotted by the control ward in case it gets put here. Um, yeah, that's just a Jin tip you might want to know. And at this moment, you can greed for the turret plates. Yeah, I think you could have gotten this 80 gold, because as we know, Shyvana is around top side at the moment. This is
Also
actually your
Shaco.
chance. Oh, yeah, also Shaco. Oh my goodness, yeah. But this is your chance to actually go for the turret plates there. Okay. Uh, so right about now, I think Shyvana's heading towards bot side. I think she's done collecting all of this. She might look to get the dragon because there's another thing about Shyvana, right? What does her passive do?
Her what? Impressive?
Her passive. Sorry,
Ah, her passive.
I
Yeah,
blurred there.
yeah. Collecting drakes, she gets stronger now.
No, that's not the passive. Her passive is she does additional damage to drakes.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't know what the
Okay.
number was. Maybe it was 15% extra damage or 10% extra damage to drakes. That's why a lot of Shyvanas, they kind of cheese the first drake at 5 minutes, especially if you start on the blue side of the map. They'll use the blast cone, jump over the wall, and get the first drake. Let's
Hmm.
see. Oh yeah, there you go. She is taking the first drake right now, very early, right? Because she is Shyvana. Um, and there's nothing for her to take on the top side anymore. But good thing Rek'Sai spotted this, because you know he's experienced jungler on D2 elo, so he will know that Shyvana does this, and that's why he would want to kill her here, right?
Hmm.
And I think she's dead here. Yeah, she's dead. Uh, okay. That's unfortunate that she still got the dragon, but right. So yeah, if you know all of these things about jungle matchups, it gets very convenient for you, right?
Like the Rek'Sai Shyvana matchup, you mean? No?
Not just the Rek'Sai Shyvana matchup, just any jungle matchup. It could be Shyvana versus I don't know, Hecarim. And it wouldn't change the fact that Shyvana will do the first dragon because she's that kind of champion, right? If you know all of this information about each jungle champion, you
I can
will,
trap even the entrance to the Drake area, you know.
yeah, you can put a trap here or you can put a trap here, and then it will immediately reveal that they're doing Drake. And if they are, then Rek'Sai will come and kill her like he did here, right? But that's because he knew how to play against Shyvana, but you were clueless, right? You didn't know that she was doing dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's, as an AD carry, maybe it's not as useful, but it's still good to have, right? Good to know knowledge about some of these jungle champions and how they like to play around the map. Right. So she's dead at the moment. You can go ahead and play as aggressive as you want.
Yeah, we can deny a bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. I think Shaco. Okay. Yeah. And as I said, Shyvana most likely won't be heading towards blue side anymore because Dragon's gone and she probably took all of the camps here, so now she's heading towards top side. So you can play as aggressive as you want.
We have ultimates from Shane also.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Diana is checking red side because she thinks that Shyvana might be there. What is she doing?
But without the jungler and the top lane. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Oh, very interesting, right? Very interesting,
Yeah, very
right?
interesting, yeah.
So what do you think happened here? I want you to tell me, because we thought that she would be around the top side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, why do you think she's here?
I mean, she knows that her camps are spawning topside, but maybe she just wants to since she thinks that we think that she's topside. Maybe and we are playing pretty aggro, the 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she just want to cheese a bit and play with our minds.
Hmm. Now this, as you said,
But
that this is very interesting. This is the type of things junglers will do time to time to get advantages, right? They will do unexpected things like this. Somehow she reached level 6. I think it was because she took the dragon, so she got EXP bonus after that. And then she probably took the Gromp here, and that was enough for her to reach level 6, so she decided to path bot lane. But as you said, right, she knows that you know, or at least she knows that you think she will go top side. Therefore, she, did like 4D chess and decided to come bot side instead because you wouldn't have expected this, right?
yeah.
I mean, this is really cute from Shyvana, right? This is almost you cannot expect this out of her. It's really difficult to pull off a gank like this with Shyvana, but let's see how it goes. I think Swain's dead here though. Yeah.
Rek'Sai here. I'm pink hope.
I think you can get them here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice flash, by the way. Very nice flash. Oh, it's unfortunate.
It's hard to make that type of fights without mid priority, but
Yeah.
we can solve it a bit.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what do you think about what just happened there with the Shyvana jumping over the wall? Do you think that's your fault? Do you think you could have done anything better in terms of jungle tracking?
I think I could actually. I don't know how I can encounter the find the tempo, but I think I can use my traps to track her more. Maybe after pushing the wave, we can put the word that you can see the blue and the ground.
Oh, so like over here? Over here?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, for sure she has to clear her top side. So I guess it's just a good play from Shyvana and not really our fault. Our
Mm-hmm.
fault.
It will, it turned out into a good play because of the way Swain died, right? But if Swain didn't die, and let's say Shyvana didn't get anything out of this, that would have been a really bad play from her, right? Because then she's losing a lot of tempo here, not taking the topside jungle, and Rek'Sai is efficiently taking all of the camps that he can while ganking at the appropriate times. Um, but this was really cheeky because she probably knew there were traps all around the river. That's why she didn't go through the river to gank you and instead went like this. And also you were pushing because you expected her to not be there. So in a way, you could say that's kind of 5 hit from Shyvana.
Yeah, because actually we had our Rek'Sai bot side, and we thought that Shyvana was top side, so we can probably try a gang with the maybe ultimate from Rek'Sai and also ultimate from Shen in the bot
Mm-hmm.
lane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she kinda denied. Well, uh, 2 5 head from her. Yeah,
Yeah, and that was really funny to watch.
really
But
unexpected. Yeah.
very unexpected. But I think I saw the scoreboard at the end of the game, and I think she carried, right? She was a monster in the
Uh,
game.
I think it was more Diana's fault with
Oh,
her
I
one
see.
temp.
I see. Okay, never mind then.
but but yeah, not really jungle gap. I think
Okay,
at
okay.
the end Rek'Sai played well, but no, we can see it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so she's most likely done clearing her top side by now, and is now going to head towards her blue, which means
Yeah, for sure. She stopped her.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and she shows up here, right? Right now, you can see
Right.
her in the mini map. She gets a kill onto Diana. Okay. And I think because oh my goodness, so they're both dead, and there's a trigger warning for you guys, right? Because if both the mid jungle dies, it means all of your red side jungle is now the enemies.
Hmm.
All of this area, if you step here, you will die. Um, Shaco will also put deep vision around this area, and he will put all of the boxes necessary to make sure Rek'Sai or you have the worst time in your own jungle. I think at the moment Shyvana's probably taking Raptors. Most likely will take Krugs and look to gank right now. So,
Oh, she passed to what?
uh,
Or to Herald?
I know. I think she's pathing here, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because she wants to deny as much from the Rek'Sai. And I think if she pathed Herald, you would have seen her by this ward here, but I don't think I saw her there. Um, yeah. There you go. There she is. Oh my god. Right. Right. So, what can we learn from this?
Maybe not face check like a bronze and just stay in turret and wait till our Rek'Sai spawns and go to his comms.
Right. So, you have Swain in your team, right? And the good thing about Swain, I think he's one of the best supports actually, um, is because he has a free Oracle lens. You know the blue trinket?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he has a
the
free.
W.
He has a free Oracle lens. So what you can do is you don't have to face check like that. Especially since you know that Shyvana will be here, right? By the way, I haven't watched this game. I just like clicked on it. I'm like, okay, it's a Shyvana. Let's see how it goes.
Oh
But
yeah.
but I have like a general idea of where the jungler might go after he gets, leads in the mid lane. So in this case, this is something that you are inexperienced with, right? Not knowing where the jungler might be because you play mainly AD carry. But if you have experience in the other lanes, you probably would have known to not go here because Shyvana would have just killed you right there like she did, right? Um,
Mm.
and I think if you watch a lot of high challenger VODs from other AD carries, like I just came back from watching some of Def's VODs in Korean solo queue, and I think he almost never dies to a jungle gank straight up, but he will die if the support lands like a insane hook or something, or insane CC. But yeah,
The
like
enemy, you mean?
the
Yeah.
enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very rare that he ever dies to the jungler like this. So that's something that I want you to work on as well, right? You know that
Mm.
Shyvana is around this side of the map at the moment. So if you face check this without Swain's support, using his Squire Bloom, you will get killed like this, especially since you didn't have flash, right? Yeah, and Shyvana knows exactly what she's doing as a jungler. This is exactly how you want to be playing. You want to be pressuring whenever you have the advantage. Both mid and jungle are losing. They both died in the mid lane, so yeah, it's a good position for them. Right, so
I'm losing too many waves
mhm.
because of this type of things on XP. Yeah.
Right, so now it's like, let me see how much gold difference. You're still ahead in gold, like 500 gold ahead, but if you didn't die in those two occasions where Shyvana ganked, I think you would have been maybe 20 CS ahead of Zaya and probably around 400 gold more than her. So you would have had 1,000 gold lead by now. But this is really funny because I didn't expect this game to be really good for what we wanted to do today. I was just like, maybe, we won't really have to do that much jungle tracking, but it turned out to be a really important game, I think.
Yeah.
Really nice, by
Awesome.
the way. That's awesome.
Two shots in the invisible shaker, kind of problem.
Yeah, that was awesome. No joke. Um, but anyways, the jungle tracking shouldn't stop, right? um,
Yeah.
so she killed you here, and now she probably took all of her blue side jungle, and she probably is now heading towards her red side jungle. And I think at this moment she might be doing Herald. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, she's probably doing Herald right now. If she's not doing it, she's doing Raptors or something. So this is your
And then her
chance.
out.
hmm So this is your chance to actually take some turret plates if you want. I don't. Wait, let me see how much gold you have. Okay, you can back now. Oh,
Yeah, I have Infinity Edge.
interesting. What do you think is going on
Well,
here?
well, I guess she just like spot lane. But I don't know. I think right now is a bad play for her because I think she have enough time to take Raptors. Well, maybe not Raptors, but for sure she can. She has time to Herald and then back to the Drake spawn
I agree.
because spawn the Drake right now is I think it's like 1 minute now with that color.
Yeah. It's not gonna come up until 1 minute later. So I totally agree with you. She should be around Raptors now, and then she could have taken the Herald, popped it mid lane, gotten first turret. So this is not a good play from her. Yeah,
Mm.
and this reveals her location too, right? She is 100% going to head towards topside now. So by the time you do come to lane, you don't have to worry about Shyvana anymore. Alright. Yum 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 yum. keep hitting him when he's invisible. Oh, oh, oh! No!
No.
No.
Okay. Can
uh,
uh can I take that one? That's on me. 100%.
yeah, let's be careful about that next time, okay? Yeah.
Well, we can keep the jungle chunk here, okay?
Right. So he's yeah. I hope Swain is not tilted after that, but yeah, she's probably doing this right now. Or because she might not be here actually. She might not be doing this, right? She might have recalled and then passed towards dragon and just
Yeah,
waited there.
probably,
Like
yeah.
yeah, she might have just waited there for like 10 seconds until dragon spawned and be like, I'm gonna eat my sandwich, I'm gonna watch some TV. Okay, dragon spawn, let's do it. That's another possibility, right? So, right, there you go. She just took the dragon. Instead of pathing towards topside, even though she could have gotten Rift Herald, first turret gold, all of these other camps. And this is important, right? Because it's Shyvana. Shyvana does dragons really quickly. And with the build that she is going a
Este,
attack speed build, right? Which makes it even faster to take down all of those dragons. So, you guys are in a very tough spot now since you gave up the true dragons already at 11 minutes, which means that you will have to fight for soul point at 21 minutes. And that's really rough, right? I don't think you guys can contest for third dragon.
not really.
Yeah, considering how far behind the Diana is. So you're gonna have to fight for the fourth one. But fourth dragon at 21 minutes is rough. It's very rough. Yeah. So you have to be careful here, right? She just ended up taking the dragon, so she's around here. If she doesn't show up anytime soon, most likely she is going towards top. But let's see how it goes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just have to sell this turret, to be honest,
I
at this
do.
point.
I do feel like this is a bit dangerous though. Because you don't have any vision here, right? So
Yeah.
she might have just come here after taking dragon. Okay. We don't know though. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My Rexa is the golems. Help me.
As I said, I came in this blind, right? I did not expect this game to be very useful for us. um, but it turned out to be, right? We knew that she took the dragon, and you had no vision around your jungle, so I was feeling really dangerous
Yeah,
for you here. I think,
same.
I think if that's the case, you really have to play a little bit back and make sure you have at least one trap here. Um, Right, so how do we fix this? If you know the jungler's nearby you, and you don't have your support, right? He just died. He's coming now, and Rek'Sai was also kind of far behind. So you have to play back. There's no other choice here for you. You cannot contest for the wave, you cannot 1v3 against them, so you have to back there. But that's because, Shyvana knows exactly what she must do, right? She's playing really well. What? Interesting. I do feel like that should have landed though.
Yeah. I mean, the third bullet was a good touch, but I think the fourth one was a bit weird.
Yeah.
So the jungle tracking stops now, or
It stops soon because you guys will finish
take
the
the
laning
start?
phase. Yeah. Once the laning phase is done,
Like,
You don't have to spend too much time thinking about where the jungler is because she could be anywhere basically. So you just focus on yourself, focus on how to team fight, focus on how to kite. Yeah. So pretty much, let's just see how some of these fights go because I'm interested at how it went. Okay, so as you see, Shyvana's just, you know, she's microwaving her meal. She's in the sofa, just waiting for this dragon to spawn, and there's nothing you guys can do considering Diana is so far behind. Yeah, no mid prio means no dragon prio.
Yeah, and she just fish sick like a fucking.
Uh,
But it's okay. I mean, we cannot. I cannot really do that for her. Do nothing for that.
mhm.
And well, people just keep face checking. Like we are not fighting the Drake, but if we die, we are not gaining anything, you know.
Yeah,
Like for example, we could take the mid tower and then kite it up with our Shen, you know. Like I don't know, we can do something to trade a bit, you know.
mhm.
But if we died like that, it's no sense.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, that's really unfortunate. 3 people just died trying to fight for this dragon. And as I said, 21 minutes soul point now. You have to fight for this or else you will definitely lose this game. So let's see how it goes. What? How come I can't see the dragon? Oh, is it here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like exactly in a point where we cannot see the HP. It's pretty
Uh-huh.
lucky. But well, people just kinda keep dying.
Oh, look at that monster! Oh my god, 946. Yep. But anyways, I think that's pretty much the end of the game, right? There's no way you can come back after giving soul and having a low econ jungler like Rek'Sai. Because look at the CS numbers now. He's around 80 CS behind the Shyvana. Which
Yeah.
no, it's not 80, dude. I'm so bad at math. He is around 60 CS behind the Shyvana. So it's really rough for you guys. I think you played pretty well considering what you were given. But I do think the 3 times that you died were all because you weren't able to track Shyvana.
Yeah. I think the cheesy one. Well, I think I didn't die to the cheesy one.
Yeah, that cheesy one you didn't die to. The other 3, that was because you weren't able to
Yeah.
track her. But the cheesy one was kind of
I-
good because Swain died, but yeah. Um, yeah.